Hey guys, welcome back to the Strawther Sister channel. My name is Paris. It's just me today. Paige and I are going to start uploading our own individual videos to the channel. We're still going to be doing stuff together whenever we can find time together, but it's really hard. So if either one of us has videos or ideas of videos that we can share with you guys without the other, we're going to go ahead and share them on the channel. But today I just wanted to talk a little bit about what going to college in Vegas is really like. I feel like people get this idea of, oh my god, it's Vegas, it's just the strip, you go out, you go to all these parties, you're going to the club, and it's not that, but it also is that. So I feel like every year is a little bit different. Right now I'm getting my master's in business, so I have one more year left, thank God. But it's a little bit different than when I came in as a freshman. I also have to throw in there that during my undergrad years, I was a student athlete, so that experience is also a little bit different than the typical NARP. If you don't know what a NARP is, it's a non-athletic regular person. So it's a little bit different, but this is just my experience that I'm sharing with you guys. My freshman year, I wouldn't say it was boring, but the type of fun you have as a freshman is a little bit different than your older years. Mind you, I was born and raised in Vegas, so I've been here all of my life. It's really not that cool, but I do love it. So like, I'm not all like wanting to be on the strip all the time and wanting to go to the club all the time. Like, no, that's not my experience at all being a resident here. But as a freshman, you kind of, your social life and going out and your nightlife is more of like house parties. So my freshman year, I had to live on campus even though I'm from out here because of basketball. So I was in a room with one of my teammates, and then we shared a bathroom with two other people, which was a teammate and her roommate was like a foreign student. And mind you, there are a lot of foreign students that go to school at UNLV. We're like the most diverse university in the world or something crazy like that. But anyway, UNLV is not really like a, what do they call it? I don't even know what the word is, but like, it's not really a partying type of school. There's fraternities, there's sororities and all that, but they don't have like the frat houses that are all like right next to each other in the neighborhood. Like, we don't have any of that. And I think other schools do. I'm not really sure how their schools work, but I know that UNLV does not have that, but they do still throw like their little frat parties and all that other good stuff. As a student athlete though, you don't really have much time to do anything, at least during season. You have time to do stuff, but it's just not a lot of time. And then depending on the time of year, it kind of like fluctuates. So obviously during season, which feels like the whole year because it's like from November to March, there's not really much you can do unless you really don't care and you'll go out and do things anyway. But in the off season, you have obviously a lot more time. Your spring sports and your fall sports, they have a little bit more time during the school year to enjoy all of those things too. Sophomore year, I moved off campus with my sister. And I think that summer going into sophomore year was kind of, I went through like a party phase. I'm not really the type of person to even go out, but that summer, for whatever reason, I was just going crazy. But anyway, still going to a lot of house parties. When I got to college as a freshman, I was 17, turning 18. My birthday is September 4th, so it's kind of in like that weird area for the school year. So I wasn't of age to do anything really. So I was still going to the house parties or you know, going to the movies or just chilling at kickbacks at people's houses, stuff like that. My senior year, I finally turned 21, and I celebrated at Light nightclub in the Mandalay Bay, and we had a really good time. We got kicked out, but that's not the point. We had a really good time. But I think I made it into like 2 clubs while I was underage. Once with my sister's ID, and then once, I don't even know how I got in, but my friend Jordan literally just like pulled me across the ropes after they had already got their IDs checked, and I went in with them. It was for her birthday, so that was great too. But like I said, UNLV doesn't really have the traditional, like not everything is on campus, if that makes sense, like the parties and things like that. They did just put a new building in though. It's called the Degree. Amazing rooms. They're like apartment style dorms. It's technically considered off campus, but it's literally like right on the edge of campus. Like you cross the street and you're on campus. They have a really nice pool, sand volleyball, grills, huge TV, study areas, really nice gym. Then you can pick like 2-bedroom, each have their own bathroom, or 4-bedroom, again, each have their own bathroom. So I think it's really nice. I think the Degree is gonna help with the social life on campus. I didn't really talk to very many people, but I think the common area with the pool and the grill in Vegas is hot, and they're gonna throw pool parties and all that stuff. I think that is kind of gonna help build the social culture at UNLV a little bit. Speaking of it being hot though, you can get from one end of campus to the other end of campus in like 15 minutes walking. But let me tell you, that walk in 100-degree weather is torture. It's like, why did I even take a shower today? Because even the walk from my car to my class is like, I'm drenched. Like, it's ridiculous. People ride scooters and they ride bikes and they ride skateboards, all that good stuff. You're drenched either way. Let me just tell you, the heat is brutal in the summer. And walking across that campus, there's not that many shaded areas in the main part of campus. So you're kind of just getting up by the sun. Just beamed, cooked, scorched, fried, whatever you want to call it. It's hot as in the summer. So going to classes, my freshman and sophomore year, a little bit of my junior year, my classes were earlier in the day because those are usually like your, at least freshman and sophomore year, your gen ed classes, prereqs that you have to take, blah, blah, blah. So they were generally earlier in the day. Towards my junior and senior year, they started getting a little bit later, and there were like less options, obviously, because they're specific to your major and they're only offered, you know, either in the spring or either in the fall. So you kind of have to plan that out really well. I would advise people to meet with their academic advisors or their college advisors, so that they can help you kind of plan it out the correct way. Obviously, me being an athlete, in my undergrad, we had a lot of help and a lot of resources, so I didn't really have to worry too much about that. And books. Well, rewind. Tuition. Tuition's not that expensive, I hear, as an undergrad if you're a local. Obviously, it gets more expensive if you're out of state, and then even more expensive if you're international. Like I said, people from all over the world come to Vegas to go to college. So, I mean, I'm sure it's expensive, but if all these people are coming, maybe it's not that expensive. I don't know. And then now that I am not an athlete, I have to pay for my tuition with all these dumb fees. I have to pay for my books now, which are expensive. Why are they so expensive? But let me tell you something. I don't know about you guys, but I hardly ever use my textbooks. Don't judge me. I still get really good grades, like really good grades. I don't use my textbook that often. So the fact that I have to pay like $200 for my books, and sometimes that's just for one book, I hate every part of that. So what I do is there's this website online where you can download little bootleg textbooks for free. Does it give my computer viruses? Maybe, but I get my books for free, or at least most of them. So before, you know, school starts or the semester starts, I'm in there looking for my books. Maybe I'll leave that somewhere. I don't really know, because am I gonna get in trouble for this? I also don't know. But go in there, look at my syllabus, go on the website, type in the book, see if I can find it. If I can find it, I download it. And my second option is to like go to Amazon or eBay or some other website to see if they have the book for cheap. And then if that fails, then you're SOL. You kind of just have to buy the book from your bookstore or wherever. But that website helps a lot. These last two semesters, I've been able to find majority of my books on that website, and it's free. I have to leave it for you guys because that's messed up. Books are expensive. Ew. I don't really know if you guys want to know what my typical day was like during my undergrad, because I was a student athlete, like I said before. But if you want to know what my student athlete experience was like, leave me some comments down below and let me know, and maybe I'll make another video. But as far as my master's goes and transitioning into being a NARP, my schedule is pretty boring, pretty basic. Right now, I'm currently in transition of finding a new job. So I'm unemployed. But when I had a job, which was just last week, basically my schedule was kind of like 9 to 5-ish. My hours were pretty flexible with where I worked. So it was like I would come in at 9. I can't even really say 9 to 5-ish. It was more like 9 to 4, 4:30. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays this semester, at least, I have class from 5:30 to 10. So the days that I have class are really, really long. But it's only twice a week, so it's really not that bad. I plan on continuing to keep my schedule like that because I'm taking 3 classes a semester, which is full-time. And then they only offer the classes 5:30 to 6:45 and 7 to 9:45. For both semesters, I did one class 5:30 to 6:45, and then I did a class on one day for 7 to 9:45, and then on the other day 7 to 9:45. Taking 3 classes, 9 credits as a graduate student is considered full-time. So I'm a full-time student and I had a full-time job. Undergrad was a little bit different. Freshman and sophomore year, even junior year really, I had classes at least 2 times a week to 4 times a week. So 2 to 4 times a week I was going to class, because I did take some online classes, which I kind of prefer. But I know a lot of people don't learn the same, like learn well that way. So they do offer online for, or they did for my undergrad. I majored in public health and I'm getting my master's in business, like I said, which is completely different, but mind your business. But yeah, full-time student both times. And it's actually pretty easy to manage. The culture around UNLV is pretty cool. People are nice. You make a lot of new friends if you're social. If you're introverted like me, you just hear about your other friends making new friends, and then you go to class and you don't talk to anyone really. But yeah, professors are pretty nice for the most part. I haven't really run into a professor that was like super rude and not understanding of my schedule. But yeah, I think UNLV is pretty normal, more normal than people would think. I definitely think there's other schools out there that are much more wild than UNLV. So if you're looking for like a party school, I don't think you should really come here if that's what you want. But if you're coming to get your degree, the school is great. And yeah, when you turn 21, then you can go do a whole bunch of other stuff. Period. But I had a great experience at UNLV. I really liked it. I love Vegas, obviously. I've never left. So if that's what you thought it would be like, if you thought that UNLV would be normal as hell, I'm curious. So let me know in the comments. Let me know what else you want to see. If you want to know about my basketball experience, let me know that. If you have any other questions about UNLV or about Las Vegas, also let me know that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.